there's something powerful about having dad energy, that I've really connected to. There's a lot of times I'll be in public and someone will be in distress, and for me just to be there and love them, and then something happens where we end up hugging. Okay. And in that hug, there is some healing that happens. Man, I want the gay pride parade. I heard that there's like dads that will be out there and they'll just hug. They'll hug sons that don't have relationships with their dads anymore. Crossing this line from not having love in your life to getting it fully, then all of a sudden, man, we may be actually enjoying what life was meant to be, right? Instead of the evil one just kind of stealing it from us through labels, divisiveness. I got to fit into a crowd. There's a lot of crowds that fit into this world, and guess what? None of the crowds get along. So don't identify with the crowd because you're not going to get along. Get along, be a neighbor. Be a neighbor, right?
Welcome to the McKinney Podcast, the show that celebrates what makes McKinney unique by nature. This podcast exists to spotlight the people, the organizations, and the events that shape our great city. You can count on every episode to tell a compelling story and help increase your awareness and perspective on what's happening around McKinney. Your hosts for this fun-filled adventure are Fred Mahusay, owner of FredShots Photography, and James Jenkins, CEO of RiskWell. Connect with us on YouTube and on our website, McKinneyPodcast.com. Now, let's get into it. Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of the McKinney Podcast. We celebrate what makes us unique by nature. Fred and I have the privilege of welcoming Mr. Tim Henley. Bridge 2913 is the organization. Did I say that right?
Well done,
okay,
James.
Fantastic. I kept on wanting to say Project 2913 for some reason, but yeah. Bridge 2913. Tim Henley, welcome to the show, man.
Absolutely. Well, if it was Project 2913, it would be something like spaceships.
Yeah.
I'd be really excited about like a magic carpet ride kind of simulator.
Or a graduation event for kids to not go out after high school graduation and get drunk.
That's right.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah,
this is good.
Project 2913.
So you need to put
it's a lock-in with inflatables and pizza.
Oh, let's do that.
You need to put that in your notes for whoever is carrying the mantle. 300 years from now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But I am excited to be here.
Whatever it is.
Say it again. Yeah.
So, but I think that's phenomenal. So that's a future project for you. Well, not for you, but
for somebody else.
Whoever's going to be around in 2913.
It's going to be fun.
Bro,
yeah.
That is literally 900
That's
years
right.
from now.
I was like, where'd I get 300 from? Because I was like 26.
887 years from now.
Yes.
But people will still be the same.
Well, that's right.
In the year 3000.
Yes. Conan O'Brien.
Well, I haven't sang those words before.
Like I've never seen that skit. Of course, I don't think I've ever seen a Conan O'Brien show.
In the year 2000. But he was like, he moved it up. Yeah.
Well, I'm from the old school, so I remember growing up on the Jetsons and looking at the things that they're talking about in the future. And, the one thing I have to say is that the sound that their little spaceship made as they're traveling is, like apparently you can program your Tesla to make that sound.
Yeah, that's way better.
Oh, yeah.
That's way better.
I'm still bummed I don't have a robot maid in my house.
I don't want a robot man. Didn't you see the movie I, Robot?
Yeah.
With Will Smith?
Yeah.
It's true.
That thing went.
But Rosie never killed anybody.
Not the way. They probably edited that out.
It was a family cartoon.
Well, in that movie, I, Robot, remember the pumpkin pie he was eating?
Mm-hmm.
Who made it?
Yeah.
He thought his grandma made it.
Mm.
And in a way, she did, right?
Yeah.
Because she was like telling the robot, hey, now don't forget to jiggle the stove or do the special thing that she does,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, she fonzied it.
Tim Henley, what's your story, man? How'd you get to this chapter in your life?
Oh, buddy, huge weirdo. Okay. Yeah, growing up as a weird little kid.
Where was that? Where did you start your life journey here on the face of the earth? Where was that soil that your feet first touched the earth?
I appreciate that. Yeah. So Minnesota.
Oh, you don't sound like you're from Minnesota.
Because I enunciate. That's my accent.
It's story time with Tim Henley.
From Minnesota.
Well, the first thing that I felt was that it was cold. But I got to tell you, childhood in Minnesota allows you to make little gopher holes under the snow. The snow would pile so high, you could
How high was it?
It was,
Dave Chappelle high.
Well, when you're a kid, it was Dave Chappelle high.
Sure.
Because it's like, you thought it was huge. Just like you go back to high school, and those hallways are smaller,
Yes,
right?
that's right.
But yeah, I'd assume that it was only maybe 1.5 feet. But when I was smaller, than this, I was able to pop my head out,
Like a gopher.
Like a gopher. Take a little reading and then
So
a little meerkat.
Yeah, meerkat manner.
Got some meerkat energy?
This is right. So then coming to Texas, it was wonderful. I mean, I'm so happy to be in Texas. It is like all the people, especially since 2013, felt like all the demographics changed, where I got to know so many new people and new types of people who have a different experience than I do.
So does that mean, have you converted from Vikings fan to Cowboys fan?
Oh, bro.
Oh, is
He's
it
breaking out
his phone
evidence.
case?
bro.
Look, he came equipped.
Look at this.
Oh, man.
Look at
You
this.
brought that in your pocket?
Yes.
We them
This
boys.
is right. This is right.
Yeah, we them boys.
So I'm guessing you probably also agree with me that Des caught that ball.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
I am not going to go there. I'm not here to talk about controversial things, okay?
It's not controversial. Des caught that ball.
No, let's talk real let's talk real controversy. Is this our year? Is this our year? That's the real controversy.
No
Claim
chance.
it right now. Is this our year? We them boys. We back.
We back.
America's team.
Yes.
You are insufferable.
You know what, though, Fred? God,
Look, we're
I
like
love you.
we're like preseason.
As long as Jerry Jones is the GM and owner of the team, we ain't doing nothing.
but we kill it in the preseason. We absolutely kill
when
it.
it does it, I had this conversation online not even 48 hours ago because Mike Leslie, the sports guy for WFAA, who's really active on Facebook, he's like, we've done nothing but work on the offseason this fall or this spring. I feel like this might be our year.
That's right.
And I'm like, Dak Prescott is Tony Romo 2.0.
You gotta
He's
be
a
hopeful.
stat stuffer. He's a stat stuffer during the regular season
I've heard
and when
this.
nothing really matters. When the game's on the line, especially if it's in December or in the playoffs, he will fold like a wilted leaf of spinach.
Ouch. I feel like I'm Dak right now, and I just received that, and I'm like, no, I'm going to take that with the spirit of Fred.
I would
Say,
love
this
to
shall
be wrong.
not stand.
I would love to be wrong. But
me too.
I'm the most sarcastic, cynical Cowboys fan there's ever been because I grew up loving the Cowboys. I'm born in '84. My first Super
Staubach
Bowl
days,
memory.
right?
My first Super Bowl memory is 1992. I'm 8 years old
you, bro.
watching them smash the Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
52-13.
You felt bad for him, didn't you?
I did not. I was like, woo, go Cowboys. And I thought this is our birthright as Texans. We win Super Bowls.
Yes.
Since I was 8 years old, I didn't know any differently.
Juicy briskets.
Yeah.
Winning Super Bowls.
They won 3 Super Bowls before I turned 12. I turned 12 in 1996. Like literally the week they won their 3rd Super Bowl, I turned 12 years old. So I grew up thinking that this is normal. And they haven't won a Super Bowl since I turned 12 years old. I'm now 42.
Because you've been hurt.
So I've been through 30 years of pain. And it's like,
I don't want that for you.
And you know,
I would love to see them win again, but I don't think they're going to.
and just how fitting is it that you compared them to, wilted lettuce, when lettuce is one of the main culprits of the current parasitical invasion of
Cyclosporamine, yeah.
That's right. Whatever that is, that gives you some bubbly guts. We'll just leave it at that.
This is a really smart podcast, okay?
Yeah,
I
cyclosporamine will wreck your life for about 2 weeks.
yeah.
But did you see that, no shade, but Taco Bell is one of the main, they're being investigated as one of the main
If you
propagators.
eat Taco Bell regularly, you deserve digestive issues.
It's like you're getting Montezuma's revenge double. Double.
This is a family podcast, so I'm just going to leave it at that. If you're the kind of person who regularly eats Taco Bell, you deserve what you get.
They might have, that cast iron digestive system.
But that's how, like, if you tell someone that they lose weight that way, they're like, this is unhealthy, but will I look better?
I mean, the Taco Bell weight loss plan, there might be some validity to that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you like a backdoor bulimic if you eat Taco Bell and then bad things happen after.
Yeah, it's very Machiavellian of you, sir,
There you
with
go.
your diet.
Yeah. So Cowboys digestive distress.
Bring us back, Tim.
Bring us
back, Tim.
I warned you. This is a strange podcast.
No, this is what I came here for. I want to
Yeah.
party. Like I watched the podcast. I know Fred a little bit. I never got a chance to meet you beforehand.
Yeah.
So getting to kind of know how your brain works.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm a little bit weird.
But you
My
were a
wife
young
would
man.
say, "Oh, a lot of met weird."
But
Yeah.
she's brainwashed into loving you, isn't she?
I'm a good salesman. Let's put it that way.
Really?
Yeah.
15 years, he's got that thing on lock.
I got Allison to say yes when I had nothing but potential. She was playing the long game.
Are you like good at karaoke or something?
I might be good at karaoke, yeah. But yeah, I'm one of those people where it's like growing up I knew I had to have a good personality because I couldn't really beat the cool kids. So yeah, I won Allison over with my personality.
Homeschooler.
So
Oh, you're not weird at all, buddy.
bro.
No.
When someone says, "Oh, I had no idea you were homeschooled," I'm like, dang right.
Dude.
Because I was homeschooled before it was cool.
Thank you.
Because nowadays it's like,
Oh, we've got this co-op, and on Fridays we have Sister Stephanie, who's got a triple PhD, and she teaches classes on da-da-da, and there's a lab, and we go down to the college for this and that. It was like, when I was homeschooled, my mom handed me a textbook and was like, "Have a good afternoon." I was like, my mom taught me, I taught me. That was homeschooling.
But
We
what a
didn't have
gift.
co-ops back then.
But it taught you how to seek the curiosity, right?
Oh, yeah,
Seek
100%.
into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking back on it now, it's like, I'm who I am because of the choices my parents
There you
made.
go.
Because you're not spoon-fed. No,
No.
they handed you the spoon
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, dig in, bro."
No, they handed him a raw piece of wood and said, "There's the lathe. Make a spoon."
Yeah, I was about to say there was no spoon.
There was no spoon.
I got handed what's that called? The really sharp thing where you just like
Oh,
you get
yeah.
like not a chisel.
But it has a handle on top, and you're doing this
Yeah.
thing, and it takes off one little
All
layer.
right, so someone in our audience is like schooled in woodworking and is absolutely cringing at us right now because we don't know the names of these tools.
Because I've got 3 of them and they're different sizes. It's when you're just doing little minor adjustments.
Yeah, shaven.
Yeah, I can't
You know,
brain farting on what it's called. But yeah, there was no spoon.
I have one.
my-
I have
At
one.
this point, my parents know how I feel about that part of it. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, it ended well. Anyways, I'm talking too much.
No,
Sorry, Tim.
I love you talking, buddy, because
Yeah,
this is
listen,
fun.
K through 12, I never went to public school. My first public school experience was college.
No way.
Yeah.
And ask him where
So-
he went.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Stephen F. Austin State University, Axum Jacks.
Boom! That just happened.
That's like programmed in him. That's
Is
all.
it? Yeah.
I always want him to rep his college because he always brings it out, and I just silently do it here, but I know he's gonna break it out.
No,
Oh,
I
wait
used
here.
to have a button with did that whole like
fun.
sound,
Like a radio DJ.
sound. Yeah,
Yeah.
but my kids messed with the button, so it doesn't work anymore.
Was
Oh,
there a
well.
fart one?
No,
Oh.
should we have a fart one? That's kind of.
be a fart one.
I think that's a different podcast.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Immaturity. Let's keep it to a minimum.
Because we've been very mature up to this point.
Let's
I
go-
mean,
no.
what are we in?
No, let's talk about
we're into,
impact.
you
Let's
know,
talk about
we're
impact.
About 12 minutes in
Let's
here.
Let's go into a direction.
Okay, but let's
Sorry.
So let's
No.
say Minnesota.
They know what they're getting at this point.
That's
We're more
right.
than 100 episodes
Good
in.
point.
That's right.
So
But Minnesota, you said you moved from Minnesota to Texas in
Minnesota.
2013.
Yep, that's right.
So you did all of your formative years in Minnesota.
6 years. So it's not. So then let's go Irving, Texas, the Crooked Eye.
the crooked eye.
Yeah, if you
Why?
don't know, now
right.
you know.
Okay, so now we love McKinney.
I'm just not even going to ask and let that one go.
we
We'll just
believe
move on.
McKinney is the
Well,
heart
it's
of everything,
the
but the
shape.
crooked eye
Yeah,
is.
the shape of
Of
Irving.
Irving. Oh, I see.
Capital I.
I'll say,
Okay.
so what's
Yeah.
the shape of McKinney?
A blob.
Yeah.
Thanks to a Swiss cheese blob. Thanks to
An
our
amoeba.
our Austin lawmakers with the ETJ. A Swiss cheese blob.
I like
It's-
the ETJ.
It's like a diagonal blob with Swiss cheese parts
Yeah,
taken out
I
for
was
the
thinking
ETJ.
of, you know, how we are.
It could be like a European nation,
72 square miles.
buddy.
So
220 plus thousand people.
we're smaller than Plano by 5 square miles.
We pushed the
They're
cows
77. Yeah.
out. Really?
But we have an amphitheater.
Not yet, we don't, but it's almost here.
It's here. I already claim it.
Yeah.
Is there any,
Naming rights, the McKinney Podcast, Sunset Amphitheater. AT&T Stadium, McKinney Podcast, Sunset Amphitheater.
Yeah, and the mascot, the Casters.
I'm going to let that one go too.
Really?
There you
Okay,
go.
they can't all be winners.
No, because any of the comments that I have in response would be slightly inappropriate, so I'm just going to skip that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So how in the world did you get from the
crooked eye.
not the dirty eye, the crooked eye,
The crooked eye. Huh.
to McKinney?
Oh,
How'd you get
man.
here?
I slowly made my way up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hitchhike? Did you? I'm just trying to
Might as well,
take
buddy.
the dart?
Irving's
Might
like
as
not
well.
even 30 minutes from here. I'm just trying to figure out how one slowly moves from Irving to
Right.
McKinney.
So Dad was in Garland,
Okay.
and Mom and my bonus dad in Irving.
Mhm.
Okay, which surprisingly, Irving and Garland are like twin cities.
They really are. I could see that.
Put that out there. Yeah,
Respectfully, Irving is slightly less trashy than Garland.
yeah. Zombieland did a number on that when he was talking about in the opening scene for Zombieland. He's like, does this look like a place that was ravaged by zombies? Like, no,
Yeah.
this is the way it looked before the zombies
Yeah.
came. This is Garland, Texas.
I also spit my
Nice.
drink out at that point. 'Cause, I'm sorry, but when a city refers to themselves as the G spot,
I wasn't going to say it.
when they
I wasn't gonna
refer to
say it.
themselves as that,
yeah, that's
it's like that's not like an insult. It's like that's a nickname that you all like told everyone. This is my nickname. It was like, is it a nickname if you call yourself that?
yeah.
So was that a hold my beer moment when they found out about the crooked eye? They're like, we can do better.
Oh my gosh, I don't know, man. I don't
It
ever
is
want
creepy,
because
though,
some
when
people that
somebody-
listen to the show are from Garland, so I don't want to go too far down that. But I'll just say I'm glad I live in McKinney because
Yeah.
Garland and McKinney are two very different cities.
But real people, man, real people. Just like
Yeah.
I remember going to Fort Worth, and I'd see dental care was a little different
Oh,
than
yeah.
here in Dallas. But I would get along with them so much better because they were in realness.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
I like the Rizzy real.
Dallas has its own issues. The I'm okay, you're okay. Let's just, both go to the large Baptist church and pat each other on the back.
That sounds right. Let's check that box.
Yeah, I'm about keeping it real.
Yeah.
So,
You're a good person.
no, you're not. I'm not, and you're not. We're all broken. But for the
That's better.
the blood of Jesus Christ and reconciliation.
That's better.
That's where this came from. Titus 3:3-7. So, yeah,
Praise the Lord.
yeah.
Praise the Lord. It's right there on the gun, too. Right
Broken
there.
and redemption. I mean, we all make bad decisions. I'm sure this leads into something from the organization, but like anytime something totally crazy comes down, where it's like you see someone in the news for something insane,
Right.
it's like that person never planned on that. In the moment, they made a really bad decision.
Bad day.
Who knows what led up to that? Their upbringing, their family of origin. We don't know what happened along the way that led them to think a certain way, to act a certain way. But I mean, anyone's like, "Oh, I would never." It's like, yeah, you would.
Totally would.
It drives me crazy when people's like, "Oh, I can't believe they would do that. I would never." It's like you have no
Yeah,
idea what that
that's
person
right.
went through in their life.
That's
Now, I'm
right.
not giving them an excuse. I'm not saying what they did was okay. But the whole, most recently, the Carmelo Anthony situation with
I
the
hear you.
verdict, with the stabbing, with the kids in Frisco,
The divisiveness. there.
the hate, the divisiveness.
Yeah.
No, I've been on record as saying, hey, he did what he did. He deserves to get the full punishment for what he did. It seems like a senselessly violent act in the moment. And yeah, he deserves to get the full penalty for his actions. That being said, you can't say, oh, I would never do that, because you have no idea what happened in that kid's head. You don't know what's going on with him. He did what he did, but any one of us is one bad decision away, one moment of weakness, one moment of flawed judgment
That's right.
from any terrible action under the sun. Murder's not off the table.
No, it's not.
No, I'm probably not going to burn a building down. Like arson's probably like 3 or 4 bad decisions away. I'm not equipped for something like that.
Yeah, because that's.
But murder, somebody touches my daughter
Mm-hmm.
in that way, if someone harms my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go to jail. So I shouldn't say that callously, but it's like the whole conversation of like
No,
bad
but you
things
know
happening.
yourself. You said probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we're all capable of any manner of evil.
Oh, buddy.
With the right
Come
opportunity,
on. Yep.
with the right
Now
motivation.
you're preaching. Yep.
And it's like, because of that, I try really hard to extend grace.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that, James. You posted the other day that you're trying to, as a more mature man, you're trying to control your cortisol levels
Yeah.
with other drivers. How's that going? It's only like day 2 or
This is
3.
good. Yeah.
I forget Mel Robbins is her name. She's an author. She's put several books out. Mel, if you want to come out on the show, I would love to have you. Very famous author.
Is she McKinney based?
No ties to McKinney, but if Mel Robbins wants to come on the McKinney podcast, I will put her in that chair.
Yeah, we have traffic in McKinney.
Yeah, exactly. She wrote a book called Let Them.
Yes.
And it is one of the most powerful books I've ever read in my entire life, because the whole concept is people are going to do things you don't like.
That's right.
People are going to make stupid decisions. They're going to do things that are selfish. They're going to have all kinds of negative impact on your life.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in control of them. Let them, and let yourself do whatever you need to do to respond to whatever that is in the most beneficial way. So the whole, you get a kick out of this, because one of the big premises in the book is sometimes you have to audibly say out loud, let them.
Let them.
So I've started doing this. I'm like 3 or 4 days in, but so far I'm actively building a habit. Like, I've caught myself probably 40 or 50 times this week behind the wheel when something happens, because I'll normally have some sort of little comment. Even when I'm driving by myself, if someone does something, I'm talking to them through my windshield like they can hear me, like a crazy person. But when they do something dumb, all I'm saying is, let them. And I say it out loud, and I usually chuckle to myself. It's like, you're a goober. You're alone in your car saying something to the air.
Spoken is important.
Yeah. It's like the whole let them. Like, I have noticed a release is like that person's obligation to me as a fellow driver on the road. I release you from your obligation.
That's right.
I will let you, and I will let myself be defensive in my driving around you. If I see you doing something dumb, I will let my foot off the gas pedal and create some space between us so that your bad decisions don't endanger me or my family.
Excellent.
And it's just like,
excellent.
Woosah. It's like,
Woosah,
now, it's a hard pattern to break. I'm definitely not perfect, but the whole let them. It's like, that is almost universal. People do things you don't like, that you don't have any direct control over. There's nowhere for you to influence that person's words, choices, actions. Let them.
Let them.
And let me. Let them, let me.
You said release obligation. What I didn't catch that. I don't track on that part.
As a fellow driver, like, if you and I are driving on a road together, there's a social construct, a social contract, if you will.
Yep.
As a driver on a road, there is an unspoken social contract between me and you and every other driver on the road that I will not act in a dangerous way. I will be a good citizen. Share the road. I will drive a reasonable speed, sometimes under the speed limit, sometimes slightly over the speed limit, because everybody slightly goes over the speed limit.
You should go over the speed limit.
Yeah. But it's like, I will choose to not drive impaired. I will not get high and then drive. I will not drink copious amounts of alcohol and then get behind the wheel of a vehicle. There's certain social contracts in place. And the whole, like, releasing someone from their obligation, it is, hey, you know what? I release you from your obligation to me to not drive like a crazy maniac, psychopath who's hyper-aggressive, changing lanes, stomping the gas pedal, stomping the brake pedal, being just a dangerous driver. Like, let them. They're going to do what they're going to do. I don't know who they are. I don't know where they came from. I don't know if they're rushing to the hospital right now. Don't know.
It's better.
Don't care.
Right.
It is good.
Let them.
Making a story up, like, she's giving birth. She has to cut me off in order to get there. And then you do follow up with them, like, later on, you catch like a stoplight, you look over, you're like, it's a 72-year-old woman with a visor on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I did not expect that level of aggression. But then again, I don't play Mahjong,
Yeah.
So, like, maybe that's an aggressive game, and I have no place in it. I'm going to stick to Uno.
Yeah. You can tell
Solitaire.
Tim is good at what he does because he has got us talking more than he's talking.
I know.
So
he is
I'm
genius.
just interested, but I understand there's a purpose.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't ever like to take over someone's airtime, because you had the opportunity to come on the show,
and we want to hear more from you and what you're up to, what your thoughts are.
Cool.
Like when a guest flips the script and asks us
He's
questions,
genius.
I
He's genius. This is some like government planted psyop to learn more about the hosts.
Well, they do. Yeah, you're on a list. But
I know.
okay, we already do that.
But yeah, after we're done recording, I want to know what your secret is in traffic, because clearly you're asking him about it. That means you know something about not being the sheriff of the road, okay?
Well, because Fred and I both struggle with urgent driving. Let's just call it, politely, we'll call it urgent driving.
But I'm also a little bit of a stretch further down the road than James. So
he's 14 years older than me. He has fewer days left to live, so he drives with a higher level of urgency.
Higher level of urgency, but at the same time, just to be honest, I've been driving small cars for a long time, and everybody's bigger than me. And at first, it used to drive me crazy. And I would say things like, "Can't you see me?" And I realized, no, you don't see me. But I stopped looking at the other drivers, and I just started looking at life with more of a sense of gratitude. I was like, Lord, thank you that I wasn't in a car accident. Mm-hmm. And I just look at them, and I don't make up a story. I'm like, they obviously have to be somewhere, and I just let them drive. Let them. I love that. Let them. But I just look and go, whoa, that was close. I mean, and I've had my little car, it'll get up to speed, but it'll also lock up too. And after the defensive whatever, I'm like, woo, and before I turn hateful eyeballs on someone else, because I know I've cut people off. It's rare, and when I cut people off in my little car, it's really inconsequential because it's more like, and I'm done. I'm done either way. But when I realize that nothing has happened, there will be no insurance claim.
Sure.
And really, it's just a test of out of the overflow of the heart. The mouth is going to speak. I'm like, oh, what's coming out? And so I'm like, whoa, like, thank you, Lord. Like, I'm still here. And just.
But you're small.
Just drive on.
But you are mighty.
You're confessing that you're a small car driver?
I'm a small car driver.
But you're such a big man
in a little car.
Yeah, the blueberry.
Is this another reference? I have no idea.
It's the Tommy Boy. He has the jacket on.
Chris Farley,
Yes.
fat man in a little car.
Batman in a little Prius.
Yeah.
How did I get in here?
I know.
Chris
I've
Farley
seen it,
has
but
so many things that we can't repeat on this podcast.
like I said, I'm further down the road, so I probably remember that, but I don't because of age.
So Tim Henley,
Yep. Boom.
Bridge 2913.
Boom.
What is it? Talk about it.
Come on now. There's so everyone needs to be loved and everyone needs to be taken care of, especially our young people.
Yep.
Okay. Who's the most harassed and helpless?
Kids.
Yeah, that's right. And they need their parents to be there. They need their teachers to be there. There's you talked about people on a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah. When those people aren't there in their lives, then they're in a place where they have trouble moving forward. They feel stuck, right?
Yep.
And there's a lot of wonderful people called little people. We call them students, right? They're 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. They're just trying to figure things out before life starts. And a lot of them want to make a positive impact in their schools, in their communities. So supporting them, that's like the best thing ever. Because have you ever been a coach for like a little league team or maybe coaching someone in driving, like that? There's a good feeling that happens when you see like, hey, there's a need there. And it's like they just needed some encouragement.
Yeah.
People need encouragement to be love in a world where hate and anger kind of seem to be running rampant.
And labels and divisiveness and
Come on,
otherizing.
Bro. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love being a ministry worker, a nonprofit worker, servant person, being in real estate for so long. I was a servant.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was so weird because, real estate is more about the transactions and the closings and the paperwork. But I gravitated towards the counseling side where it's like, man, I love being with someone in their most stressful, kind of like pinnacle moment. Like all their hopes and dreams were like so alive a year ago before they got their pre-qualification letter. They, so then they can go shopping, and then it got real. And then fear took over, and being able to help them like turn the dial down on the fear, turn the volume up on the joy and the fun. And like, I was like, man, that is fun. Like working with home buyers,
Mm-hmm.
that was the most joy right there. But fear was always the punk that would try to take you out.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in this market. Jeez. Yeah. This is a wild market.
How long were you in real estate?
18 years.
18 years.
So you're ED of Bridge 2913. It's your full-time gig, or are you doing something else now?
Full time.
Wow.
For this is my 3rd year. So being new at something is fun, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so humbling. Because I could, like, you know how, like, we're really good in society? Like, if we go to something new, okay, we're doing something new, we do it a couple times, and then it's like, okay, I got a feeling for this. I can fake it. I feel proficient in this. Maybe, you know, I can, I found my comfort level and I stop pushing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You stop growing once you feel like you've reached the benchmark level of average.
Don't get me started.
Are we there?
Comfort is the enemy. I feel like comfort, like systemic comfort, is the enemy. It's doom scrolling is a symptom of systemic comfort.
Avoidance behavior.
Avoidance behavior, a
Yeah.
lack of initiative, lack of drive, a lack of goal setting, a lack of self-discipline, a lack of all these things. It comes from systemic comfort.
Right.
Humanity is not, look at our history. Humanity is not designed for systemic comfort. We are designed to strive and achieve and build things and become things and learn things. It's like, it's only the last 2 or 3 decades of human history. Like, look at historically, like this comfort culture is the most bizarre thing to me.
So what do we do? Like, how do we not become so comfortable? Because, like, the best comes out of us when we're in challenge.
Yeah.
Right? Whenever you're challenged with some kind of stressful thing, and you're like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I have what it takes. Then a coach comes along and says, yeah, you do, buddy. Then,
Like that scene from Facing the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
Where they had to do the
one.
crawl.
Where the
Where
crab
you have the
walk,
guy on his back.
the bear crawl
come
or
on,
whatever.
man. Don't make me cry. Yeah.
That's that scene gets me every single time.
All right, but like, you know, I'm curious though, because, you know, obviously real estate is not someone makes a decision 5 minutes later it's done. It's a long sales cycle.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And you're doing this for 18 years. Was it in there that you're like, you know, it's time for me to leave? How did you know it was time to go? And how did you make that jump? Because 18 years, if someone's been in real estate for 18 years, they're probably in it for life. But you had a moment. What was that?
I'm open for business. So, like, people say no to things that are uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. God made me so weird. If somebody wants to sell me something at the door and I have just a little bit of time, I'm going to find out what's up.
Okay, so drop your neighborhood because there's some Girl Scouts. They need you.
Well, we can you better support the young people when they're selling stuff outside the group.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you need to engage them, give them some kind of an objection.
Mm-hmm.
You know, give them a little bit of a testing,
Right.
so then they can get some victory, and then you praise them in that victory, and then they're like, "You have what it takes to talk to more strangers." They said not to talk to strangers. Well, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to sell some cookies. Okay?
Only if you're standing in front of Kroger in a Cub Scout uniform. Or Girl Scout uniform. As I'm a Cub Scout leader, so the whole selling popcorn in August and September, like, that's a thing. Yeah. And it's terrifying.
Well, and I want to hear more about the story that the money, where the money goes, and how it contributes to a lifelong.
Well, I'll tell you, it funds the pack so that they can do all the things because popcorn sales are a huge driver of pack budgets. Because other than it's like that, and then dues from the paying members. So popcorn sales for Cub Scouts and all these other small local organizations.
PAC when you say pack, or like a wolf
PACK,
pack?
like Wolf Pack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The Cub Scout pack.
And that's another Irving tie-in. Sorry. We started the Irving Wolf Pack, Irving's first hockey team. Ice hockey.
I was about
Were
to say,
you on it?
Yeah.
street hockey or ice hockey?
Yeah.
Wow.
The ice hockey.
Yeah.
Stars came, Valley Ranch, 93. Remember Stars came?
Yeah.
Changed everything, buddy. Everybody getting out some rollerblades and having fun. Anyway, sorry.
You're good.
No.
Yeah,
I was
ADD
like,
is fun. But
Well,
yeah.
unfortunately, you got 3 of them at this table.
That's right.
It's Fred. If you're looking for me and Fred to help you out, sorry, bud, we're not going to help you out.
We need a spreadsheet person to sit right here.
What do you,
know?
what do you mean offsides? I'll go. I'll volunteer for that position.
Look, a distraction.
Me first.
But when you're open for business, okay,
Yeah.
let me wrap that up.
Yeah.
When you're open for business, you get drawn into things, and usually I feel early on whether there's something like have a confidence, like a holy confidence about like, hey, I'm meant to be somewhere or do something.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd feel it in a negotiation where someone was really angry with me, but I felt like, man, they need to be my best friend.
Yeah.
So like very quickly, I would kind of lay down my sword, right, in the negotiation, and then like the coolest things happen when we don't let fear dictate, what we're doing. If you're open for business, and that's what it was right there. Like I had the smallest little bits of interaction. I was like, man, this is like way better than my Monday through Sunday, right?
That's
'Cause real
right.
estate's like every day, right?
There's no rest.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. No
so
rest.
when it comes to these kids,
yeah,
you mentioned from 6th to 12th grade.
bro.
And I look at what happens in a person's life during those years. They're not just kids, they're training to be adults.
Thank you.
These little people, they're not children. They're pre-adult humans.
Pre-adult humans.
And they're constantly training their brain, training their expectations. They're constantly level setting on everything of what does normal look like? How is a normal way for a husband and wife to speak to each other?
Yes.
What is normal for parents? What is normal for discourse? How does disagreement get settled? If I am contentious with someone, how do I settle that? Do I punch them in the face? Do I use my words? Do I complain to a teacher?
Mm-hmm.
How do I settle this disagreement? Like these kids are constantly sponging everything from their examples, whether that's a parent, a coach, someone on TV,
Amen.
YouTube, whatever. Like they're constantly looking for who am I?
Mm-hmm.
What am I about?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do it? Do I have worth? Do you see me? Am I important to you? You being a parent,
Mm-hmm.
a coach, a teacher, a friend, a romantic partner, whoever. It's like when I look at that chapter, all I think is identity and confidence. That's it. That's the entire chapter.
Thank you.
Do any of us have a good middle school? Like all of us had terrible middle
Horrible.
schools, right?
Right.
Were those not the worst 3 years?
Gross.
The worst 3
I
years.
couldn't wait for my armpit hair to come in.
Everybody's
Oh my gosh.
miserable.
Yes.
And they're all posturing. They're all acting like they've got it figured out.
Luke Perry's.
None of them have it figured out.
Nope.
Even the 1%ers, even the kids that are cool and attractive and athletic and popular, like the people that you would look at and think, oh, that kid's got it figured out. They're just as hopelessly insecure and wondering, who am I? What am I
Amen.
about? Am I good enough? Do I have what it takes? Am I worthy of love, affection, da-da-da-da-da-da? Even those kids, like maybe more so than the other kids, because the parents, the adults, they assume that kid's got it figured out. No, they don't. Even the smart, attractive, popular, athletic kid, they don't have anything figured out. They're just better at faking it than the rest of the kids.
Bro, you got that right. They got really good at poker early
Yeah.
on, didn't they?
They
Yeah.
were gifted
Yep.
some advantages,
Yep.
life stage, parents, family of origin, genetics. They were gifted some systemic advantages that they have done a good job of leveraging. But that doesn't mean that they need affirming identity, good role models, good people to follow, good confidence anymore. Because I wasn't one of those kids. I was never in the cool crowd. And I had identity and confidence issues that followed me all the way into early adulthood. I was
How,
a junior
James?
in college.
The guy that I'm looking at, man, rock star, bro.
Late bloomer. I don't know what to say. Like
Oh, so you have the empathy and the humility?
complete outcast in my earliest. I was the weird, awkward kid who got in lots of fights and was constantly seeking attention.
And this was homeschool.
Yeah.
You imagine him in public school?
I would have been in alternative education for sure. So, and I don't mean to make this about me. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
that monologue just then
Uh-huh.
is, I feel like, totally in alignment with what Bridge 2913 is, because a lot of these kids, regardless of what their family of origin is, regardless of what their faith of origin is,
Right.
they're seeking validation
Bro.
and confidence. And that's what you guys are there for. From
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Bob Goff?
Yeah.
Love Does.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah, that had a big impact on me too. Even when I was in real estate, just kind of show like walking out that love.
yeah,
Because labels are so divisive. There's no purpose in any of that because like if you saw every kid as like not having like the myth of a perfect childhood, the myth of a healthy childhood, right?
yeah,
There's always going to be that brokenness because when you reach what is it? Oh man, I was just learning about this at the Royal Family Kids Camp. It's this beautiful thing where they love on foster kids that have seen the worst in their childhood, right? But one of the things they talk about is who they are, and then who they are when they're stressed out. In fact, this career coaching for students, the assessment actually includes that in here. Who are you in the normal state, before you get in traffic, and then who are you when you get in traffic?
yeah,
And what weaknesses come out, what strengths kind of come out. So that way you're like, wow, man, this report really kind of knows who I am, and being able to see kind of my brokenness, to see like what kind of embedded weaknesses that are just kind of swimming around there dictating like whether I get the good or whether I like get the good stolen from me. Through fear or some kind of stressful thing happens. I show up wanting to fight, right?
yeah,
When something bad is happening to me. The only thing I know is by what I saw maybe growing up, through different manipulations or different
Yep.
aggressive behaviors. But then, man, the truth is always the truth. And when you read it on paper, and then that thing helps guide you towards like what career is going to like fit the best, for you.
Yeah.
Like this thing said I should have been a middle school teacher. That's why I was saying that earlier
yeah,
about you being a middle school teacher, because there's something powerful about having dad energy,
yeah,
that I've really connected to. There's a lot of times I'll be in public and someone will be in distress, and for me just to be there and love them, and then something happens where we end up hugging. Okay. And in that hug, there is some healing that happens. Man, I want the gay pride parade. I heard that there's like dads that will be out there and they'll just hug. They'll hug sons that don't have relationships with their dads anymore. Crossing this line
Yeah.
from not having love in your life to getting it fully, then all of a sudden, man, we may be actually enjoying what life was meant to be. Right? Instead of the evil one just kind of stealing it from us through labels, divisiveness. I got to fit into a crowd. There's a lot of crowds that fit into this world, and guess what? None of the crowds get along.
Right.
So don't identify with the crowd.
That's right.
Because you're not going to get along. Get along. Be a neighbor. Be a neighbor. Right? Yeah.
Well, the masculine part of the equation, and masculine and feminine are equally beautiful and completely different, intrinsically different than the nature of the creator. And I think that is, and yeah, I recognize this is a public podcast, so be it. I think that is what is so toxic about the whole transsexual thing, is it destroys the unique intrinsic qualities of what it means to be masculine and feminine, because both are essential and both are required for a beneficial family, beneficial society, beneficial organization, whatever, because the aggressive, assertive, dominant presence is necessary for any healthy organization or any family, any city, any whatever. But the feminine, the nurturing, the warm, the friendly, the welcoming, that maternal energy is equally necessary. Both completely different, completely necessary, equally.
Amen.
And it's like the making gender a social construct, making something that is subjective. I think that's probably the most concerning thing. Separating that idea from the person. That person is worthy of love and care and concern and tenderness and dignity.
Amen.
And that, I feel like, is what the biggest challenge in this whole like masculine, feminine, gender, biological sex thing, that all these kids, this is the first generation of kids that's ever had to struggle in this way with the idea of gender being decoupled from biological sex. Think about it. This is the first generation of kids that have ever gone through adolescence and had to have a position on this, because it's existed for probably all of human history to some degree, but it hasn't been something that is so culturally forced into the conversation.
Forced. Yep. Say it again.
So I think I'd be remiss if I didn't say that as the decoupling is the problem. Is the concept of all these quote unquote trans issues. I saw something this morning on social media that Megan Rapinoe was talking about protect trans kids. I was like, why don't we protect the girls in sports who don't want to compete against biological males, whose bone structure, whose bone density, whose testosterone, whose muscle development is biologically different. It's not that we're hating on kids who identify as trans, not at all. It's that we are simply stating there is a biological reality that is different from a male biology to a female biology. So yes, it's a rabbit trail for the rest of this episode. I just think in the concept of what these kids are struggling with, so many of them are struggling with issues of identity, of attraction, identity of who am I, what am I? And your organization obviously has strong feelings on that kind of identity, but without going all the way down the rabbit hole of what I just talked about.
No.
Because I think it's so unique to me that the realization that I've had the last few months of this generation of kids is the first generation that's going to have to grapple with the gender versus biological sex thing that is so intrinsic to who we are as humans.
Yep.
It is the lens that we see almost everything through.
Yeah. And if I was to lay down my man, like I always have to have the answer kind of thing, I would just ponder on that. I would just kind of let that wash over me.
Yeah.
Like, why are these kids having to be fit into an adult world with labels? Like everyone's trying to control something. Everyone's fighting for rights. Everyone's fighting, for their piece of the pie in this world. And the scarcity mindset versus the abundance.
Right.
There's an abundance of love out there. Okay. You just find it.
Yeah.
Like even in these wonderful relationships where you find people that are attracted to each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Like they enjoy being with each other. Like my best friend, okay, Roger, he's about your size, okay? Like in fact, all my friends are bigger than me, all right? And it's the most wonderful thing because I'm used to being a big guy.
Yeah.
But I get to be the small one.
Yeah.
But like I love him so much. Oh, just being with him, especially in these seasons where like we're both losing our parents and like just like loving, and then I see that same type of love in other places. And I see even in that makeup, there's always truth in everything, right? Every relationship you ever find, every relationship, there's an offsetting. There's an offsetting of kind of like you find like you two, right?
Yeah.
You guys have some very distinct differences. You're both very easygoing, right? Like that. But it's like there's more of an aggressive nature with you, James.
Yeah.
And
I prefer
evens you out.
assertive more so than
I'm
aggressive.
sure you'll prefer a lot of things.
Aggressive has a pretty negative connotation.
Bro.
I feel like assertive is a much more approachable word.
But you went towards the trans issue like that?
Goal-oriented.
Yeah, because
focused.
you wanted to
I don't
be
shy away from hard
That's
conversations.
right.
And I don't mind because the heart behind it is not to dig into and be intentionally controversial just to get clicks or downloads.
Oh,
or
I don't
whatever.
feel that way.
Because I think as an evangelical Christian, I think one of our greatest failures as a church, capital C church, like God's church and family, is the way that we have approached the LGBTQ ecosystem. And the way that we have taken someone's demographics and we have just made it the same as their person. We're guilty of exactly what we're accusing the other side of like
I was high-fiving.
attaching.
Thank you.
Attaching someone's demographics to their person.
Yep.
And it's like, if you don't approve of my behaviors, you hate me as a person. It's like, that's what we accuse the other side of doing.
Yep.
The ideological other side, I mean. I don't mean to like get
No,
into
I
that.
got what you're meaning.
It was like evangelical Christians, and right here to the camera, evangelical Christians have failed when it comes to engaging with people that identify as some sort of LGBTQ, IA+, whatever their designations are. We have made the person and the behavior, the lifestyle, the choices completely intertwined. And we have chosen to treat people in a way that I think is outside of what Jesus would have done. I think it's pretty objective in Scripture. Jesus welcomed everybody, regardless of whether they were living in righteousness or living in sin or some form of dysfunction.
No, but what if they made Jesus uncomfortable with how they lived their life? Like, was Jesus like saying, no, I don't really like Sooners fans, okay? You know?
I would challenge you to point out anywhere in Scripture where Jesus was ever uncomfortable. Think about it.
Right?
Think about it.
Yeah.
He was never, I don't know about this. Guys, I'm sorry. I got the ick. Guys, hey, Peter, James, John, hey, guys, I'm going to have to sit this one out. This gives me the ick. Like, that didn't happen anywhere in Scripture.
There.
It was like,
he was there.
Sorry. I
but
know
he was there. He was there, and he was willing to.
Yeah.
He saw the brokenness. He saw their harassed and helpless. He saw them as a little 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm like really getting angry at somebody, okay, I try to picture them as an 8 to 12-year-old range. I'm like, you know what? We would have played T-ball. We would have played baseball or hockey or something like that, and we would have had conflict. But then through conflict, we get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And without that part,
yeah,
we don't get healing.
Whatever the label is, whatever the demographic is that adults bring to the conversation, kids don't get that natively. They're taught that by adults. Yeah. Whatever it is, poor, rich, tall, short, whatever, whatever, gay, straight, black, white, whatever the label is, the segmenting, the dividing, kids don't do that on their own. They see adults doing it and they pick up those behaviors.
Yes, they do.
Naturally, kids will play with anybody. They on the playground until they learn to segment themselves. Am I right, Fred? Like,
no, absolutely.
You were a teacher.
Yep.
Like these kids,
and I was the mega minority in my school. So all the things of you talk.
Are
about.
you a Mexican?
Yeah, that's right. I know. Yeah, I asked many things. What is your ethnicity? But no one ever. Chinese. I was like, no, not Chinese. And then they're like, okay, so Asian is out. Are you Mexican? Okay, so no, Hispanic is out. I was asked once, if I was African American. I was like, no, and so they just kind of.
They really asked if you were black?
Yes.
That's the last thing you would be.
Yeah,
but
so
does the camera capture his beautiful skin?
He has the most perfect complexion.
You got to be out in the sunshine, man. Sunshine is critical.
It's disgusting how great his skin looks.
Sunshine, Filipino genetics.
Yeah, pasty, right? Yeah.
All the things that I did
Welsh,
not like.
Irish, Scottish genealogy, my red beard and freckles. I'm sitting next to this guy.
How does he get an Earth suit like this? Okay,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that when you had talked about let them, I think that should be something that should be poured into the mindset of the youth, is that you literally have no control over anybody else. All of these great Facebook arguments that I see, no one has ever said, oh, you know what, you're right, I'm changing my opinion. It has never happened.
Literally never.
And whether it's we're trying to force a whatever behavior or thought pattern on another driver, on someone who doesn't look like me, speak like me, act like me, talk like me,
believe like you,
believe
love
like you. Any of these things, I'm like, I think that when it comes down to, especially what you're doing, because I love your title, Area Catalyst, right? You're a catalyst. You are bringing the change, but you're not ramming change down there, because nobody who goes to somebody and says, I want you to change me. Nobody says, I want you to change me, until they have come to a point of saying, you know what, I need change. And some people, and I'm not saying everybody needs to change, but, people are where that they are. I think of, right now, my life, I am a cake. I'm a cake that has, some of you are going, oh yeah, you're totally baked, man.
No,
Okay.
you're a snack is what
I'm a
you
snack.
are.
That's right. I'm a whole snack.
Yeah, so to get the cold milk.
The ingredients of my life, of my history, of my decisions, good and bad, of external forces, good and bad in my life, are the reason why I am the way that I am right now. And I look at that and I say, do
It's a double high five episode. You see
right.
that?
That's right.
Oh man, because you're bringing the truth.
That's right. Do I want to be better? What is better? And other people will tell you, well, you're only better if you do this, or you're worse if you do that. That's great in your mind, but in my mind, where am I and who am I? And bringing it back to where you are with the youth, why is it no one ever tells the truth about middle school? The worst, most awkward, toughest years you'll ever go through. We never say that to our kids. My own kids, I was like, hey, listen, 6th grade, new school, you're going to rock it, you're going to do all these things. When the truth is, I was like, yeah, you're going to go out there, you're going to see some kids that look like they belong in high school. You're going to see some other kids that look like they're still in 3rd grade. Yeah. You're going to look at yourself and go, I'm glad I'm not him. I'm glad I'm not him. Why am I me? Who am I? No one ever addresses that. I know, and I realize that we have academic standards we need to hit, but where are the human standards that we need to hit? So Bridge 2913 comes in, and you've got a whole handbook, which actually intimidated both James and I when you first walked up. We're like,
it wasn't intimidation. Speak for yourself.
Why is this guy? Yeah,
it was an observation.
It
was I was like, I better bring my A game. This guy's coming ready.
Why is he bringing a manual and look at all the notes he's got there?
Hold on, we gotta let's keep it real. So they did. So career coaching is exactly what you just said. Keeping it real. Okay. Finding out what are some of the things that just innately you're good at. Okay, not told that you're good at, but you're good at. You enjoy being good at.
Yeah, but how do you say it to a middle schooler? Because last I checked, all middle schoolers completely doubt themselves.
Oh, they have to.
Okay, we're killing.
Yeah, where are we at on time?
We're maxing out.
This needs to be a second episode. Can you come back,
bro?
Yeah, I want you to come back.
I'm so open. I'm so open for business.
We have been recording for an hour, and this is supposed to be our lunch break.
Oh, we started recording.
20 minutes. We started. Yeah.
So far, only LQ has gone longer.
You guys are fun.
Yeah. I want to have you back because I want to hear about the career coaching side of things. I want to hear more about the nuts and bolts of the organization because we talked about issues. We talked about some really good stuff. Thank you.
You get a pamphlet.
Yeah. You got to come back in August. Let's have the second part of the episode.
Yes.
That's fun.
Does that work?
Yeah. Guys, I've had the best time just chopping it up with y'all. And agendas are meant to be brushed aside sometimes whenever you're having fun.
We warned you there was not really any agenda.
That's all right.
Other than curiosity.
Yeah. So, I'm excited, guys, because you guys are in the right place when it comes to your heart. Yeah. And spending this time with y'all has made me feel so good. Because sometimes when you're shoulder to shoulder with other people who have that, it encourages you. And I can go out in traffic. I can let them.
Let them. That's right.
Bro, read that book. Listen to the audiobook. It will radically change the way that you approach your expectations of other people. I don't mean to put it on a huge pedestal, but it kind of deserves to be because it's
simple.
It's really, really, really simple. You're like, how does this person make a 400-page book out of this? But it's applied in so many different ways.
Theory, because from theory to application.
100%. Yeah.
Right? So many books. Great on theory. But I've heard it from multiple people, the let them, and I've seen the bumper sticker a few times. Yeah. So it's not lost on me, buddy. And I want to walk that out. So.
It'll mess with you. You will have some internal accountability going, oh, I totally failed there. Oh, I did not do that correctly. I did not let them.
I did not.
I got all the way worked up.
But it's good. You got 1/16 of the way there.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Or it's like that ripcord where you get started down a path and then someone just grabs you by your collar and goes, no.
Eject.
It's oh. Let them.
Self-awareness. Self-awareness is a journey.
Yeah. I'm just going to press pause on this here. Yep. Because
this is a good stopping point because I want to hear a lot more about the nuts and bolts and like the behaviors, the activities and all that. Because I want people to know about it. But when we come back in August, your episode will drop in September.
Cool.
So school will be back in session. So it'll be a lot more immediately accessible to anybody who wants to connect with you and the organization to learn more or volunteer or financially contribute or whatever.
This is right. Yeah. Yeah. And the teaser there for September is that every one of these kids out there, so many of them are blind to the greatness that's in them. And this is a way to show them that greatness, not as a parent who gets disregarded. It always comes from somebody else.
That's right.
Yeah. As soon as somebody else tells your kid something, then they're like, oh, but you've been saying it the whole time. They're like, but Dad, did you hear what they said? Okay? Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's going to be really good to find out the greatness of your child.
Cool. And Matt Hamilton and LQ are the only two that have been in this territory.
That's right.
And Matt Hamilton, that dude is a boss.
That's right.
So yeah, he runs local Yokel and
the Augustus
has the butcher shop, the Augustus. He's got a ranch. He's nationally recognized in the beef industry as an expert. So you're in Matt Hamilton territory now, getting a back-to-back episode.
We're just having fun. We had all the fun, did we not?
Absolutely.
It was a great episode.
And we only touched the tip of the iceberg on that one.
All right. This is the end for this episode of McKinney Podcast. Check out the show notes for information on how you could connect with Bridge 2913 and with
Connect with me. Yeah.
Henley.
I want to meet you.
Tim Henley wants to talk with you and learn about your journey and see how you all can collaborate.
Amen.
And that's it for this episode. Y'all take care. Thanks again for listening to and watching the McKinney Podcast. We drop a brand new episode every Monday morning. We'd love to connect with you and hear your thoughts, suggestions, and guest recommendations. You can message us on Facebook or send an email to us at mail@mckinneypodcast.com. This entire production is a passion project for James and Fred and our lovely wives, Elizabeth and Allison. We're so grateful to have you along for the journey. We look forward to seeing you again next week and hopefully in person around town. That's all for now, ladies and gentlemen. Make it a great day.